Hi everyone, welcome back to Dan versus the Kitchen. I have not done this for ages, so I'm a little bit rusty. Bear with me, be kind to me. I'm making meatballs today. This is kind of going to be a bit more of a meal prep kind of video because I'm not going to put it in the oven part of it. I'm just going to get it to the point where it would go in the oven and we're going to eat it tomorrow night or Wednesday night. So it'll go into this dish all ready to go, and then we'll just put the cheese on top and put it in the fridge. So for those that have just arrived, meatballs, let's get started. So normally you would preheat the oven for 200 degrees Celsius, 390 Fahrenheit, but because I'm not going to do the oven part, I'm not going to put the oven on. You probably have also noticed we are not in our normal kitchen. So we are at Erica's mum and dad's, looking after Erica's dad while Erica's mum recovers from an operation at our house. So this is not my kitchen. So let's see how we go. All right. Hi, Matt. Good to see you. First off, we're going to make the mixture for the meatballs. So we'll go over the ingredients first, actually. So we've got 250 grams of beef mince and 250 grams of pork mince. And then we're going to put in an egg, pesto that Erica made this morning for me. So we like to make our own because it doesn't have the crappy vegetable oils in it. All the ones that you buy at the supermarket usually you're going to have vegetable oils. So it's quite easy to make your own, really easy in the Thermomix or just with like a little blender. We just use our little stick blender with the food processor bottom.
I used a NutriBullet thing.
And it worked fine. We haven't done it in that before.
Yeah, I probably didn't do it quite long enough. Some of the pine nuts are a bit chunky, but
we also have some almond meal and some Parmesan cheese. We have olive oil, passata, onion powder because we couldn't find the garlic powder. Recipe says garlic powder, oregano, more cheese for the top, and just some salt and pepper. So let's start with the meatballs. So we're just going to make the mixture. You put the pork mince and the beef mince in a bowl with the pesto, which is a quarter cup. Mix it up a little bit.
Hey, Justin. Hey, Susan. Carol said, hi, Dan. I'm sure you'll be great whatever you do. Just go for it.
Just commit.
Just commit.
Also, Valentine's Day, and we've got the love heart measuring cups at Erica's mum's. Very interesting. Where's that little spatula that I use all the time?
Yeah, I washed it up. Hey, Eleni. Okay, everyone's in the consensus that chunky's better.
It's not that chunky.
No, it just had a few whole pine nuts in it. So it was smooth just with a couple of rogue pine nuts.
Pesto, almond meal, and the Parmesan cheese, and the egg.
Hey, Mon.
With some salt and pepper.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get the salt and pepper out for you.
When we first moved in the first day, I put this salt and pepper grinder. There's a little, I don't know whether you can see, there's like a little board there that's got some salt on it. And I just left these out because I make my eggs and everything every morning. And I use this a lot, and I left them out. And then dinner came. Gary's like, where's the salt and pepper? Because I didn't put them back where they normally are. So they go back in the cupboard now for ease. Now, I find mixing this with my hands the easiest. So I'm just going to give my hands a wash.
sure what's going on over there. How is everyone going? Nice to be back after haven't done one of these for ages.
Since before Christmas.
Yeah. First one for 2022. So I'm still struggling saying 2022.
I've also got my cold green tea.
Hey Daryl, how are you going?
Okay, so I'm assuming just mix them, shape them, makes 20.
Sarah said, what are you making, Dan?
I am making meatballs, pesto meatballs. So the secret ingredient in the actual meatballs is our pesto. You can find our pesto recipe on our blog. It's also attached to this meatball recipe that should be in the description. Also easily found on our website. There is also a YouTube video, I'm sure, of us making this at some point. Okay, so this is pretty well mixed. So we should get about 20 meatballs, so pretty small. Maybe like golf ball size, Erica. Is that what you reckon?
Yeah, probably a little bit.
I'm going to go about
Smaller.
too big. Erica said maybe a little bit smaller.
Well, up to you. I mean,
They take longer to cook.
Yeah.
They're not going to be uniform because I'm a bit more rustic style.
Carol said, what do you mean it's nearly Easter with a quarter through the year already?
Not quite
Not
nearly
quite.
Easter. It's only middle
Fair
of
way.
Feb.
Easter's still a couple of months away, isn't it? We're only like just over a month into 2022. This is our first Dan versus the Kitchen for this year.
Yeah. God, someone's really wishing the year away already. Hasn't been the best start to it, I can tell you.
Maybe that's why. Hey, looking forward to seeing how these meatballs turn out.
They are really, really, really
they
really
are
good.
yummy.
We have not had them in ages, and I'm really looking forward to having them again, which is great. We're also planning on going back to trivia for the first time since Omicron came, because we kind of didn't go much of December because of
it wasn't
Omicron.
on, and
we were just, people were just, our
no
people
one
were
wanted to
just
be
staying away.
in isolation for Christmas. So yes, so we're going back tomorrow night, bringing Dad.
See how that goes.
Mom said, how's the backyard going?
Well, there's been some major developments today. The actual backyard has begun. They're pretty much ripped up a fair bit of the concrete. I'm assuming they didn't start down the side, but they did most of the back of what they needed to pull up concrete wise, I think. As we're not there, it's kind of a little bit hard to fully know where we're up to.
Clothesline's gone.
Clothesline was the first thing to go.
All of the trees and things out in the back garden are gone. It looks so much bigger already just with those gone. Leanne said, haha, the oldies love their routines. I'm an aged care worker. That they
the routine is even more important because Erica's dad has dementia, and just us being here has completely thrown out any form of routine. So that's been a little bit tricky for him.
But he's watching
He's fine.
A current affair at the moment.
He's got the headphones on. He's not entirely happy about it. But so I got 23, so I might have just gone a little bit small on the meatballs. But
that's all right.
23, all good.
Perfect. Hey, Travis. Yes, pesto oven-baked meatballs. They're really yummy. What was in the meatballs again, Dan?
Pesto, beef mince, pork mince, almond flour, Parmesan cheese, egg, salt and pepper. Yep, so they're here. I'm now going to get the pan on. Oh no, actually it doesn't take long for the pan to heat up on here.
No, I
It's
really
gas.
like the gas stove. It is much quicker to heat up. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer said, wonderful to see you both. Hope you're well.
So I'm going to be cooking these in batches.
Eleni said she'll put Barry in the kitchen with Dan.
No.
Well, he normally washes up straight after dinner. Dan. And Dan's like, you're not going in the kitchen now. Like, just come watch TV. And he's like, I'm banned from the kitchen. Am I banned? It was very dramatic.
Should I use that to cook it in, or put the avocado? Use the avocado oil.
Up to you. Probably avocado oil. Hey, Elizabeth. Almost missed it. So glad I figured out you were cooking, Dan. Nice that you made it. I know it's a bit tricky with the time zone, so I appreciate you coming along. Ah, Leanne, so you understand you work with many dementia clients. Travis likes his meatballs small, so you've done well, Dan.
Yeah, so it's been a challenge for everyone. Us, Barry,
the cats.
So the cats. We filmed a vlog. Is that the one that's coming out next?
Yeah.
So we filmed a vlog yesterday, and we show kind of where the cats are staying in the vlog. We also filmed a video reviewing some beef jerky with Barry. That is pretty funny. Not entirely sure when that's coming out. That might be the first week of March. We also filmed a favorites video, which we haven't filmed for ages as well. So keep an eye out for those videos. I'm just waiting for the pan to heat up.
Yes, because we kind of came back our first video for 2022 at the first week of February, and then we just didn't get around to getting another one.
We just knew we had to film one, and it just didn't happen. Last weekend was
also,
the first weekend.
We're out of our routine, so we're old enough to fall into that category.
Erica's mum had the operation on that weekend, and it was just there was too much going on.
Yeah. Hi, Linda. How are you going? The recipe sounds delicious. Might give it a crack this week. Yeah, it's yummy.
This is a really good recipe.
Good, like, make ahead one as far as it reheats well. It keeps.
Well, you could get it to the point where I'm going to get it to tonight. So tonight I'm not preheating the oven or anything. I'm just going to cook the meatballs and prep it to the point that it kind of goes in the dish. So, yeah. And then when you put the kind of cheese on top, cover it up, put it in the fridge, and then pop it in the oven when you want to cook it.
Travis said no excuses, you two. I know, we're coming up with excuses here. But, you know.
Priorities. And it was low.
Sometimes stuff just doesn't happen.
It was low on the list.
You should show you want to show this jerky again?
Yep, I will. Let me get these in the pan.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we had to go back to our place. Well, we were going back to our place on Saturday for Erica's mum to see her dad, and we had to bring a pan because all the pans here stick, and that's really annoying.
How many carbs is it? I can tell you that. So it's 8 net carbs per serving and 35 grams of protein. Does that help, Sue? Travis said, Erica, that ice cream you recommended at Coles is awesome. I think it would be the Donata. Which flavor did you have, Travis? What's your favorite flavor? I think the chocolate one is probably the best. The texture of it's really good.
Linda, what did you want me to show the jerky?
Linda said, I'm knackered, finally on days off. So, yeah, this sounds like a good one for shift workers. Yeah, I think so.
And you can cook it in the oven and then divide it up and freeze it as well. It
heats up fine. Yeah. It freezes fine. We just are going to have it with some steamed broccoli, but you could have it with zoodles. You could have it with cauliflower rice. Yeah, like the kind of soybean fettuccine. You could, or even just on its own. Fine.
So we did a review on this. It is kind of like beef jerky, but not, which is exactly the tagline. I don't know if you can see it. It is beef. The ingredients are super, super clean, but it's kind of crunchy.
It's not chewy.
Yeah, no. I was eating some with my lunch today, and so you can kind of use it as a chip, especially the beef ones. They're a bit more sturdier. They had chicken and fish. We weren't massive fans of the fish because it was quite fishy and actually quite spicy as well. This lemon and black pepper beef one was really, really nice. So you can just order online. I think that was $14 for a packet. 2 serves in a pack. The ingredients though: beef, lemon juice, vinegar, black pepper, sea salt.
Yeah, that's 4 servings for the whole thing, and that was the carbs and that per serving. So for 4 times in the entire thing, if that makes sense. Yes, the chocolate, so good. Definitely you could double this for sure. You would just need a big dish to bake it in, or 2. We have a big, like
a crusade.
kind of big pan that can go on the stove and then go into the oven. My mum doesn't have that here, so we're just going to fry the meatballs in the pan and then put it into like a baking dish and put it in the oven that way. Yep, definitely freezer friendly, Linda.
We've frozen it heaps of times.
Yeah.
It's quite good. We would often make it for dinner and then get 2 portions either in the freezer or for my lunch the next couple of days after that. So it's a pretty simple recipe. I don't know, have I made this myself before? Probably not.
No. Do you want to show us? We can't really see what
I know. Well, I've just turned them over. They have browned really nicely. Can you just pull the thing down a bit? So, yes, we're coming along nicely.
They're just making do with this setup that we have here. I do like this. Like, this kitchen is a better setup than our kitchen for doing this. Would you agree, Dan?
Yeah.
With this bench here? Pans and stick are pain in the butt. They are, Justin, especially like if Dan's just trying to quickly fry up some eggs before she goes
to work. How annoyed have I been?
Very annoyed. There's been a lot of annoyance in the morning. Have you ever tried it with a sauce over it, or do you find the pesto makes a strong flavour? We put like a tomatoey sauce on it, Carol. She just hasn't got to making that yet. And then cheese and bake it in the oven. You probably wouldn't want a pesto sauce as well. That might be a bit much. But we like it in a tomatoey sauce.
I've just turned it down a little bit because they're cooking a little bit too quickly and not cooking in the middle.
Do you need help with the channels? You right?
Doesn't look right. Don't help me. Would you believe Erica's dad watches Foxtel, and while we were here, he uses the TV guide, so he's able to push the TV guide, and normally it has a running list of like all the channels, entertainment, movies, and he wants sport. And they've changed it from running like this to running across the top, like in groups of 4. And so it runs across the top like that. He can't navigate it now, unfortunately. They are sizzling, Travis, yes.
Did you fit them all in? Or?
No. There's just a few more to go. So this part takes a little bit of time. You just got to be patient and let it cook. Okay, so with Graham and Brenda Forbes have asked how many carbs and sugar in the tomato sauce that you use. We just use passata, and we generally we just grabbed one this time because we couldn't be bothered searching through them. But we just normally look through a few and find the one.
That one's generally.
We often get this Valverde one. This one is 4 grams per serving, and it's 100 grams per serve. So 4 grams per 100. I'm okay with that.
And it's just tomatoes.
It's just tomatoes and water, and so the carbs depends on how much water it is compared to tomatoes.
And potentially the type
varies.
of, like the
type of
variety of tomatoes.
How sweet the tomato is.
So I mean, I think comparing posadas, you probably, it's probably much of a muchness.
We're using 2 cups in this recipe, so it serves 4. So you're eating half a cup of the sauce.
Hey Annette, how are you going? Hey Joe, nice of you to join us. Travis said, is this the part where you drink a glass of something?
Yeah, I've got my green tea.
Dad's having a green tea. This is how crazy we are here. Green tea.
Especially for meatballs, a glass of red wine would be nice. But I don't drink red wine, so.
I wondered if there might not be many people here tonight because everyone would be celebrating Valentine's Day. But
did anyone comment on the beautiful flowers that I bought Erica from Costco today?
You can't really see them.
How romantic.
From Costco. Oh, Leanne said, I have had clients try to use a cordless phone to change the TV channels. We're one step away from that, Leanne.
I'll show you the.
Oh, hey, Donna. Glad you made it.
I thought they were very impressive, and they were only $60. I thought that was
they look very big for the price.
And they've got lilies in them, and all of the lilies in the one I picked aren't open. So,
very strategic, Dan. Are you okay, Dad? You can't hear? What's up? Too loud?
You can turn it down on the Foxtel remote, I think, Erica.
Yeah, you have to set it high.
Joe said red wine, ice, and sparkling water is very nice on a hot night. I'll take your word for it, Joe. Carol said they're very beautiful. Are they cut flowers? Yes, I'm pretty sure they're cut. It's a kind of a bouquet. It looks really nice. Very spoiled, Erica, Joe said.
Well, I'm going to get mine Valentine's perfume then.
It's in the bedroom, I think. So these ones I've got here are pretty much done. I'm going to move them onto a plate and just fry off the other ones, and then we can start cooking the sauce. There's only 8 left, so. So I just cut one open. It's all cooked. Oh, the pesto is the key. It adds so much flavour. I think I just got a whole pine nut. Right.
You got a whole pine nut. Surprised prize. You win. You get the prize. It's like the.
Oh, there's a lot of bananas in this bite.
It's like the coin in the Christmas pudding.
I'll bring these over and show you how we've gone. We'll just get these in. Okay, 8 more to go. I probably could have squished them in, but
Yeah, that pan's not quite big enough, probably.
they shrunk up after a while and they would have definitely fitted. So here's my meatballs, all ready to go. So I'm going to use this pan, so I'm going to clean it because I've had raw meat in it. Do you think this setup is better than our kitchen? Feels better.
Yes. It wouldn't be hard though. Joe said, I wish I had a Costco near me. It's 4.5 hours away. It is very good and we have enjoyed having it here.
What one's your closest one, Joe? Canberra or Melbourne?
Monica said, are they homemade meatballs?
They sure are. I made them earlier. It took me less time than it took to fry them, didn't it?
Yeah. The recipe should be linked in the description of the video if anyone's wanting to make them. It's good family friendly, like I think.
Oh, definitely
yeah.
family friendly. Yeah. We serve this with Erica's niece and nephew when they come over. We've had it a few times. They enjoy it. My mum loves it. Has mum made it herself or just when we feed it to her? Erica.
I think she's made it herself. Justin said he loves his new kitchen. Our new house is very exciting. Travis said, and I'm a bit disappointed. If you hurry, you'll be able to sit down and eat it just in time for maths. We do not watch maths.
We do not watch maths.
Come on, guys.
We watch Australian Survivor instead. We watch Australian Survivor. We're much more Channel 10.
We've already had our dinner. This was way too late for us to eat dinner.
Yeah, we had Erica made a beef stroganoff with the other half of that mince. So it was the meatballs, if you missed it, was half beef mince and half pork mince. And you buy them in 500-gram lots from the supermarket. So with the other half, she used to make a beef stroganoff with the Mingle beef stroganoff packet. She just bought it from Coles yesterday or something, wasn't it?
Woolworths, yeah.
Oh, Woolworths.
And I just put the mince, some onions, some mushroom, the Mingle seasoning. I think you put a bit of stock. I just followed the packet, the stock, some tomato paste. It was really nice with some cauliflower rice. Actually, is your lunch still there for tomorrow?
It's in the fridge.
Maths is Married at First Sight. Joe?
It is.
It's a very bad TV show that a lot of people
in Australia
love.
So
that's what we actually had for dinner.
Beef stroganoff with
kind of beef and pork stroganoff.
Cauliflower. But you can use any mince, I think, in the instructions, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And you can use the beef strips as well.
It probably doesn't even say mince. It was just that's what we had, and it was nice. Carol's getting a Costco right near her on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Coming soon.
Hey, Donna. Hey, Karen. Lovely for you to join us.
I think there's also another one opening in Perth at some point as well.
And New Zealand, right?
New Zealand, yeah.
Hey, Catherine. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. I'm glad so many people are here because I thought maybe people were busy being Valentined.
People have no lives.
Including
us.
People are about as romantic as me. What about you going to show your Valentine's Day? But it's not anywhere near as large looking as yours, Dan?
So it is a cute little voucher pack.
Oh, Susan's looking forward to the Gold Coast Costco too. Dan informed me that now when we go on holidays, we've got to go and visit other Costcos. So we'll be coming to the Gold Coast and visiting Costco.
So I got these little vouchers. So a delicious cup of tea or coffee, unlimited hugs, breakfast in bed, and I'm hoping this is like design your own, this one.
Oh, you can fill it in. I didn't know about that.
And the other one is favorite meals. What's that one? Movie night with all the snacks and a day together, your choice.
Oh, and another blank
And
one.
2 blankies.
Right,
Erica's not happy about the blankies.
That is dangerous. Monica's been to all 3 Costcos in Melbourne.
We have not done that. We've only been to the
We've only been
one.
to the Docklands one. Brian and Donna celebrated their 57th Valentine's Day. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. I don't think my parents even said Happy Valentine's Day. Dad probably wouldn't say that.
So these are nearly done. Add the passata, the garlic powder, the oregano, salt and pepper, and bring to simmer for a few minutes. Then return the meatballs to the pan. Sprinkle with, so I'm going to get it to that point. Transfer it into here. Put the cheese on top and cover it all up.
Thanks for the super sticker, Justin.
So we need passata.
Love the new digs. We are at my parents' place, Michelle. So yes, our kitchen looks a little bit different here. Dan's doing well to find everything.
It's actually good with the island. We don't have this kind of island across from each other set up at our place. Ours is like this, but there's a wall here, so no way that we can put the camera.
Susan and David had brunch on the veranda. That sounds lovely.
Catherine's late. We are making oven-baked meatballs, but I'm not putting them in the oven because I'm getting them to a point of they go in the oven, and then we're going to cover them up, let them cool, cover them up and put them in the fridge and do the oven part when we have them for dinner, because this is not our dinner. This is too late for us. We generally eat around 6:30 when I get home from work. So this will just mean that one day Erica doesn't have to cook dinner because I've done it.
Oh, lovely. Really is. That's actually a really good Valentine's Day present. Oh, Travis, Mass has started. It's intimacy week. Well, if you have to go, we understand. Thank you. Enjoy.
All right. We are almost done here. There's a fair bit of oil. Should I take that off?
Like how much?
Like maybe 2 tablespoons?
I would put some of it. It's a lot.
Take some off?
Yeah.
Yep. I'll show you when I take the meatballs out and we can make a decision around whether I take the oil off or not. Do we fast? We have in the past, but we haven't really been doing fasting for a while. Erica does time restricted eating in that she doesn't eat her first meal till about 12 most days. I just like eating breakfast and I find it hard to skip lunch, and so I just eat. I eat 3 meals a day. So I don't fast.
On the weekend you do.
On the weekend I just don't eat my breakfast till Erica has hers. So I usually goes closer till 12. But for some reason I just can't go through to my lunch break. I get a bit hangry. And so no, but Travis, when I saw him at Costco last week, was it, Travis, or the week before? He just finished a long fast.
We're going to do that for one of our
challenges. So we're currently in the cold shower challenge. We're 2 weeks in. It hasn't been too bad. Have you found, Erica? I don't think it's been that bad.
Well, because it's not been that cold. So it's the cold shower. We've been doing 2 minutes cold shower in the mornings. And mine's normally longer than 2 minutes anyway.
I don't know, guys. I think that's a lot of oil.
Yeah, I would. Oh, yeah, that is a lot. I'd get rid of some of that because you don't want it to be all. There's also going to be cheese as well. Get all greasy. Yeah. So normally, is yours longer than 2 minutes? Normally, like it takes me longer than 2 minutes to do everything. Like
I brush my teeth and then
my face, wash myself.
I don't do all that.
Wash yourself.
Well, I do wash myself, but you do a lot more than me. I don't wash my face.
Hey, Julie, how are you going?
Okay, so I am now at the point of making the sauce part. So the instructions are add the passata, the garlic powder, which we don't have. We're using onion powder instead, oregano and salt and pepper to the pan and bring to a simmer for a few minutes and then return the meatballs to the pan. So the meatballs don't need to go back in the pan because we'll just pour the sauce over the top.
Mm-hmm. And I guess in theory, you could, instead of doing this part, you could just use a jar of pasta sauce or something. Do you know what I mean?
So 2 cups of...
I would just use all of it.
Okay.
Or up to you. You can measure it if you want. Monica said she finds it easier to fast during the week at work and then it's a bit more relaxed on the weekend. Yeah, well, it can help when you're at work because you're busy, so you're not thinking about it so much. And then, you know, perhaps on the weekend you're socializing and stuff. So, yeah, that's a good idea. It gives you a bit more flexibility.
That kind of sizzled a lot, so I just took it off. Just to... Because I've literally now have passata
oh my god
all the way up the wall, which will make old mate real happy. And then garlic powder is a teaspoon.
Joe, you should Google the benefits of cold showers. There is a lot. Various ranging things of all sorts of potential benefits.
Also, I'm not sure if you've like attempted to measure anything around here.
I haven't. I don't measure things. Also, it's just a good, you know, challenge to do something that's uncomfortable.
We really enjoyed the grounding one though.
Yeah, well. we did.
So with the grounding, I'm sure we talked about it on a video, but we haven't been doing our YouTube videos, Dan versus the kitchen. So the grounding was we walk down to our oval with our thongs, take our thongs off and walk on the oval for about 5 minutes.
Catherine said, are you planning any trips or adventures this year? We do have a couple of things planned. Well, first of all, yeah, they're all in Australia. This is baby steps. So we are planning to go to Adelaide for Easter in April to visit. In April for Easter to visit some friends of ours. So I think we'll be away nearly a week. So that will be nice.
Our friends that we visited in Darwin.
Yes, have now moved to Adelaide, which is so, you know, we're seeing Australia. I mean, we've been to Adelaide before, but we're traveling around Australia to visit them. And we're going into Melbourne in May because Dan's got to go to a conference for work. So we're going down for a few days for that. So we'll be able to catch up with a lot of people there, which will be nice. And then in July and August, we're planning on doing a road trip up to Queensland.
A big road trip.
A big road
3
trip.
weeks.
Which will be fun. So we want to try and get as far north as Townsville, because we've kind of been to Cairns, Port Douglas, that kind of area, but we haven't really been between there and, well, not recently anyway. So we want to go to Townsville, Airlie Beach, Harvey Bay, those kind of places, and we'll be stopping on the Gold Coast to see my grandma and Susan and Eleni, hopefully.
Erica's grandma got COVID.
Oh my God.
And
she's
moved
95.
right on.
She's 95 with respiratory problems, and she had COVID and she's fine. So there you go. We all thought,
She didn't
oh
even
my
want
God.
to take the doctor's word.
No,
for it.
exactly. She
She
did.
was like, I don't have COVID.
Can you
and she
believe
moved on.
she went to the doctor because she wasn't feeling well, and they found out she had COVID? I was like, how did you get anywhere near the doctor in this current climate? Like, I don't know if anyone's tried to go to the doctor lately, but you're not getting in there with like without having a COVID test if you've got any sort of COVID symptoms. I just thought that was the funniest thing. I just went to the doctor and they told me I've got COVID.
So yes, we'll visit her and our friends hopefully if they're around, Susan and Eleni. Eleni's coming to Newcastle, which is exciting to run.
Susan, I'm a tad chicken-livered as I just let the water go slowly and cold at the end of my shower. Well, we've been trying to do cold and then not have the hot, because you kind of get the benefits if you then have to kind of heat your body back up yourself.
We have been having 2 showers so that we have a nice hot shower in the evening, and in the morning after we've exercised, we just go straight in cold to just don't mind old mate, we're keeping him awake. And we just go until our stuff, like what we need to do in there, is done. For me, it's usually about 2 minutes. For Erica, it's probably closer to 3.
Joe's hubby is away on a fishing trip for 10 days, so she's going to do some fasting. That's a good idea. You don't have to cook, so
Why
may
not?
as well. Jetstar have some good deals on at the moment.
Well, we were lucky with Jetstar because they've started flying from Newcastle to Adelaide.
Yeah, it is too.
And we booked it as soon as they announced it, and we got a reasonably good deal. And to not have to go to Sydney is a real game changer because it's such a pain in the butt, and it just adds a whole extra step.
Yeah. Leanne said Tinkham Bay is a nice little town to visit in Queensland. Okay, well, check it out. Thanks, Leanne. And in Adelaide, go to Glenelg.
This
the beach
has been, do you want to just pull it down a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Bubbling away. I'm just going to pop it on top now. I might bring it over.
Yeah.
So I've just popped the meatballs in the bottom. I'm just going to pour it on top, and then we can put the cheese on. This is highly likely going to be messy because
saucy.
Yeah, well, you told me to put it all in. I didn't measure it.
Oh my gosh. Dan's such a measurer. Oh, Joe.
That's why I cook the recipes and you make the recipes.
Sorry to hear you are sick with COVID, Joe.
J.O.D.
Yeah.
Oh.
Victor Harbour's a nice spot in South Australia as well.
Well, we'll probably go up to the Barossa for one day. We mainly just want to hang out with our friends, though, so
who knows what we'll do.
Want to get these meatballs all kind of saucied up. Just put the cheese on top.
Oh, you got the sauce on my computer.
There is literally sauce everywhere. Better clean up before old mate comes over.
Considering the cleaner came today.
Yeah.
You tell Dan likes cheese.
Oh, you got to put a lot of cheese. That's not even that much. Not even covering it all. Okay.
Yeah, you could have cooked the sauce in a separate saucepan to save time, definitely. But normally we just do it all in one and then put that pan in the stove. But
Erica mentioned the pan we use is our Le Creuset kind of cast iron. I don't know if it's cast iron, but it's ceramic.
Ceramic cast iron.
And we just do it all in that, and that just then goes straight into the oven. But because we're not in our own home, we don't have our own stuff, and this is the way I've done it. So I'll just let this cool, cover it, and we will bake it. I think it's going to be Wednesday night. So that is it. Oh, do you know the recipe said 45 minutes? I mean, I haven't put it in the oven, but I haven't done too badly. How long does it go in the oven for?
I don't know.
I think it's like 10 minutes. Really, it's just to melt the cheese and get it all cheesy and bubbly. All right. I think we're done. I'm going to clean up before old mate gets restless and sees the sauce everywhere. Thank you for coming and watching. And we will be back next week. If anyone has any suggestions for what you would like me to cook, let us know. You can send us an email. You can send me a message on Facebook. You can comment on the video. And we'll figure out what we're doing next week. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Going to end the broadcast?